chichi Nkansah mebre and ever more queen. Now Sunny Beshasi, Mr. Was that they be a mekaimono. So subscribe here, subscribe to your YouTube channel no. Name your notification bell na so na you may be anywhere before watching. Samson I say follow you your social media handles na Mr. Wa. Ye benya mrama follow you your social media handles na so ye Facebook, TikTok, Instagram and Twitter. The name is Citistar TV. Me am you may be your feminine naya. Please hold on and we'll be right back. Abaatanye Jumedi so the name come to share about the chin ya to answer or bapa being when young phone in therefore our midwife for our sample still program a friend reproductive health program I actually did talk to your midwife Afima FM no bapa your friend is Sarah in Nkansah Boateng no what Jimre so near baby come after pregnancy and your first trimester and there are issues in any of or mom who cost our minimum or bapa Sarah your mama papa ever Citistar TV. That's also when you're married now, Babette's not on the picture. That's a friend. In the yes, same way, they ever called Jumedi Musa, and they are sending a bedroom from whatever fire you say, and then your first 3 months and your friend in the first trimester, and you will be on your best shot saying this question with the best shot to sound as say, cousin, saying, and not pregnancy. What does it really entail?
Okay. Me that say me fa akonya we so na me chia with you for say a car pregnancy and I say a say obi nyima e try say there's a growing fetus in the womb of a woman and I say akola bi enyi e wo oba bia wodi mu na say a car pregnancy so there are a lot of things that should come into play and sana ya ka say oba bi enyi say see a meti here say many oba bema bi ko hie mu a enye automatic say menyin say because e bi kra na me ovulation period e bi kra na me fertile e bi so na bema no ne hunsuo no enye strong and enye healthy into bit me aka say pregnancy can occur when a man with a healthy sperm and a bema ne hunsuo strong any oba or you're very fertile ever have sex during her ovulation period because ovulation period is our time now kosiana atwa echen say obema ni hunsuo no ebeba na abe fertilize obebi some say obema ni hunsuo ni dey why should it be healthy but one say when it happens like that during intercourse and our sex na obema ni release go oba ni mo the sperm takes 3 to 5 days before it dies off so I can have sex with a man whilst my ovulation will be in 2 days if only the man's sperms are strong I will get pregnant because the sperms will be in the fallopian tube waiting for the egg but the sperms no any stronger it will die of cry and egg aba until I will say you take these parameters into consideration say I will say obema no nsuo strong it could be crisis obema no nsuo stronger it few people now it can work for them but in so many cases no you need to get a healthy sperm a fertile woman in her ovulation period as a pregnancy makes me okay
yeah that one was say now my next question is say pregnancy me or by me very fertile na me nya bema no so ni sperm healthy na ye share my ovulation period no na menin say a quite bad so na me fast so me hu say oh say me ti we ya me ti we me ho adane ana say me nyem what are some of the signs and symptoms associated with pregnancy
okay ni saying bibi aye very dicey so no one take a very critical look at your body and one follow menstrual cycle here obetime any saying cry for a long time now because pregnancy has some signs and symptoms like menstruation it has signs and symptoms like ovulation say ubu nsa and asa wutukosia because the wounds it might be experiencing heavy breast when you say so, to me experience heavy breast. Wo breast no ano your friend areola. Eletuntu. O ovulate and now menstruate here. A bit more experience here no. Intimate kosi say the hormones that comes to play during menstruation and ovulation, they are very similar when it comes to pregnancy. Inti vomiting, when you say be more menstruating, they vomit so much. So pregnancy also comes with that, but no beyond experiencing. So you will experience vomiting, breast heaviness, darkness of the areola. Or now breath, or honum so now and all that. But me Nkansah kosi say it doesn't necessarily mean you are pregnant because mama wants to say when you are menstruating you can. So the only sure way you can know say you are pregnant when you have the home pregnancy test. That's when you know that the hormone that is responsible for pregnancy is in play. Now for you now pregnancy na the hallelujah. So now you are sure. Now wow.
Baby because of what you do. And I'm not saying you're train, yeah, what's Miss Osena will come and say, yeah, let me say, or bow bunisa, and then yeah, also because you are the one going through her menstruation period and her ovulation period. Your first signs and symptoms more are very similar to pregnancy stages. No? It's nice that the only definite test is the only definite proof testing. Now, what you imagine or baby so kakra. Who say bet me about only baby share during your ovulation cycle or period no ama what for you phone. And so no when you test na dear, if you know why so what now what you mean a delay. And so for your wife so be test na no sase moje bi and as all menstruating. I'm say more friend of sporting. Now I don't know bet me throw more light on this like sporting during early pregnancy stages no. Say if they have any disadvantages or any effects to the baby. Let me show more light and what's on my
okay. Won't say because say when it comes to pregnancy now, oba I would say utumi study who very well answer when who say you are pregnant. When it comes to spotting occurs when there's implantation. Because implantation it means say the fertilized egg, a free fallopian tube, akoda baby or say oda. A free fallopian tube, akoda uterus, that's your womb. So when it's getting there, that's when it comes with the slight bleeding called spotting. So when you're very critical, you might think it's menstruation because, of course, some people menstruate for 3 days, and spotting also happens a day and 1 day to 3 days. And don't say it's but it's bright red. Till one near very critical, you might think say a menstruate. Inti mom pregnancy because I didn't cry, son I'm not even pregnant. And that thing a lot of teenagers and a lot of girls because it me quite 3 months. In after 3 months, go send a men's sports in number bio. Onobeka say me men's December. We say 4th month, 5th month. They need be ban and who say oba question. Now baby need
so now it's too late.
Now it's too late. So the spotting occurs when the fertilized ovum ekwakoto uterus. That's when it brings the slight bleeding. And the bleeding is for 1 to 3 days. And it's bright red. Anything apart from bright red, they are dark red, and it's more than 3 days, you should report it. But if you can't it's only the menstruation.
And that day, yes, you and your be brave, some showing, and this year, a lot of information and educative things are being told to us by our very capable midwife here. So please stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Just as we were discussing before we went on the break, we've had so many information things that we didn't know before, we've learnt about them. We are still continuing this discussion on pregnancy and the first trimester, what to do and what not to do. It's Obapa Sarah, midwife, Papa B. Maybe me question, what can be brave? You say, me who say me, my test, me what's the next step? Me did you near media command, near what some they call me body news, how to keep myself healthy during it because yet me who say, Isha. What it can be very dicey, like you said, it can be very tricky during our first 3 months. What would you advise when it comes to us staying healthy, our body staying clean and healthy during the first 3 months?
Okay, say share pregnancy in Bioma, most in trimesters, and the very first trimester, the delicate part, because senior afei na akola no eni yen kan akola because we don't see it as a baby.
Yes.
So we say a fetus. Say afei na fetus no eni, and it's in the first trimester na the very delicate organs of the fetus the ego, like the brain and the heart. In that time no, the little thing you do can have an effect on the baby, and especially what you eat, because when you are pregnant, there would be an akolane so it become. So when you say obibe wo, na ne bano e looking like Corin Seni, when will be that?
With the experience
Yeah, friend of alcoholic syndrome. Because it means say mommy no monsa. So it has an effect on the baby. In the first trimester, so your rate of getting miscarriage is very high, because a very little is in this time also pamper pregnancy now to me bomodian she say a bit to me any. So foods like foods that are rich in iron, foods that are rich in protein, say protein and meats, milk, you have to be very, in life, Nkansah, you have to be very intentional about everything. So also you're very intentional about your health when it comes to that period. You just do it for the baby. Meat krana. Just do it for the baby. And the meat, to make sure it is cooked. Like really cooked, because uncooked meat organisms be and it can cause miscarriage. So at that moment you should be very careful of the things that you take in. Smoking. It does our period now, you should stop smoking. It does our period now, you should stop drinking, because it will have an effect on your baby and you will have a high risk of miscarriage.
We did say now about meats I was all try for the baby's sake. And mommy wonder, what say you will be one of my a friend of vegetarians. They don't take meat for their whether I don't know whether it be why for personal reasons or not healthy reasons that. Into Bisano, not to say, are they going to be forced for the baby's sake to take in meat, or there are other vegetables that they can get the proteins they need from enough for them to be able to sustain the baby through the first trimester?
Oh, of course. Because we have medications, we have prenatal vitamins, and anything you want in meat, like the protein, you can get some in leaves. You can get your green leafy vegetables, to get your iron. And sorry I didn't say this, but the very moment you realize that you are pregnant, you have to start your ANC for monitoring. Because when you are fair, we do second trimester, there's a complication out there or how about to midwife. So the very moment you realize that what testing are positive, you start your ANC, so that so midwife will start giving you iron, will start giving you prenatal vitamins. Because Mikacha was saying in the first trimester, that is when the vital organs of the baby is forming, and iron is responsible for forming the spinal of the baby. It is a one no more. It to me affected akolano. What I say, That's how it's supposed. You have to be healthy for the baby. What do you say? What's your name? A healthy person. Your best when you get pregnant. Just be healthy for the baby.
It's a good your first trimester, Akolani, so after no chassis will say intentional about whatever we're taking into our body. Then, mommy wonder say, you never been a bit to me, I can say strictly stay away from this because it be with a bit mama will lose at those early stages, things that can cause miscarriages during the first trimester of a pregnancy.
Make her say, Obia onomonsa, Obia onom cigarette. These two are very critical cells, because these two are not good for your health. How much more you having a growing fetus in you? And whatever you take in, it transfers to your baby. And smoking, it has a very high effect on you to the extent that it may say, we need saying like a beba simple. In some a beba simple. And with foods like meat, raw eggs, and our vegetables. It's good to take vegetables, but before you take them, you have to wash it very well. Because when baby are free, and there are organisms in it, and these organisms can have an effect on your baby because they are very delicate. Also, Obeka say, you see, we should stay healthy, so we have to exercise. Exercise is good, but at that particular part, like that particular moment, you have to do light exercise. And you have to share your macho skills. You have to take light exercises like walking, jogging, and yeah, giddy, but in kaka yoga, like the relaxed exercises, so that you would still stay healthy and fit. Because mind you, when you are pregnant, every week you gaining 0.5 weight, like that. That's why it's obeying my bones and now. If they do say, "Obe one now," and as the one share with diet here, between a be a friend of gestational diabetes.
Okay.
Yes, it's diabetes during pregnancy.
And understand that a quite bad and fast way to me see we did dinner one shiny and I said the bill about to me a coffee.
And so one show we did in we obey a cassia. 1 year exercise in Sanya Mana obey a cassia. And that's what's related to diabetes, your nutrition, and would in turn have an effect on your weight.
Okay.
And when you have diabetes, it has an effect on your baby. Go say, baby name for us, you have to do CS because baby very say.
Now, some now what kind exercises, yeah, say when you might giddy be walk on a man was away when exercise a cramp now, jogging, and kakran, and so men and say relaxing positions now, but try. And they might actually jump with music cramp. Most some people in the bedroom during sex, they have very active sexual lives. In such a case, what kind of practices will you advise during sex during this stage? Stay away from. A bit more person will try. We are saying no, and give if you win a Manisha. What I say, it's maybe some nice advice on sex during the first trimester.
See, a bit more I don't know, but Nyamiko boy, I see or who may read the Bible now, saying God rested. Saturday now, person of home.
Okay. It's what person means? Not per se, because
Minka say you shouldn't have sex at all.
Okay.
But I know, say, before pregnancy, you had a wild sex life. You can give the doggy, you can give the wheelbarrow, you can give all the styles that like all the styles. But right now, you are pregnant. And that particular moment, you're delicate to the core. For the sake of the baby, you're the own missionary. I know it might not be too exciting for you or be too exciting for your partner, but you just try. And no cry, no. You have to tell your partner, it can cause miscarriage, like vigorous sex to the if possible, rest.
They say What my person is that sex Nkansah during pregnancy is it important?
Hey, Lily, we don't call you. Bibia or Bibia come up. And at that point, and say, what husband cast up a sex already? If I catch any uncle baby. In Tiwusha, is during pregnancy period now, a member be Citi. Send a year in your mouth. Me, well, that's what I've observed. We don't say Obama be in the fear. Nay, Obama be a near in him. Maybe when you're sexing free a year anymore. But that's what I've observed. I stand to be corrected, but that's what I've observed. Say, it reduces our time. Now you're in mood swings. Into say, my man is way your mom would say, no one call to get what he wants. Once Rebecca say, okay, you are not fit for this job. Until we can find your baby. Nah, my baby. But at that particular moment, no, with me I have a sex, but it has to be a mutual understanding. So, in any book or
it's na you go so vigorous exercise and activities for no. You say you move your wife, say my memory you free. Or best we are not pack I matching and what to the not came, no calling here or find more or swap or page away or the see her or the calling. Very stressful work activities. A man increase of stress levels near the inti your mama no me a no mama fay for me a juma gidi or ye jamu juma on one or che and now on a large scale it's the be original jamu and I say or ye kaya yo de be also near gidi or packing them or yes sa a juma gidi na a homodi juma na Nkansah so be where you want
Inyapa. Inti ye be advice say ye pregnant women and ye women or men who said they are pregnant in their first trimester. Your best sermon say you should rest. That particular time I can't stress it enough, but that particular time is very critical. That miscarriage is high. Inti if you live a stressful life, you are supposed to rest. And I'm being quiet with your mama. If a journey now so we know and you breaking off for 2 weeks or even a month, and she will seek her. People should understand that because our health is very important. And they say, oh sorry, I no pastor and now call Jum, now call ye Jumano. Now at the end of the day, we'll lose baby now. What have you gained? You've not gained anything. Until we should make our health our priority, especially during pregnancy. Yeah, you live a very stressful life now. You do want to please, let's rest.
Okay, and then I am your final question about your sleeping habits. What I say, Obi Owa, so media me I'm a night owl. I do not draw on that. Obey me a shake. Senior woman, and I said, we also insomnia, and then you can't get home to the non can get a cry. How important can sleeping, getting a full 9 hours, or how long you need to rest? How important is that during our first trimester? And what are some of the things you can do to ensure so basically a good night's rest?
Okay. It can be related to the stress na kind. Say if you are someone who is involved in a stressful activity, you would have to rest. And during pregnancy, because of peeing a lot, I forgot to add that as an early sign of pregnancy. Because the growing fetus, it's around where your bladder is. So as it's growing, it's pressing on it. And so the little amount of urine it wants to come out because the growing fetus is pressing or the womb is pressing on it. So frequently and no cry no uncomfortable during the night. A sleepless night. You can't sleep during the day. You can't sleep. That's why we are saying you should rest. And rest can be any time, but just make sure you are getting the enough rest. And also you should be able to take the warm warm sips, either tea, to relax your nerves. Send a be relaxed. I also forgot to add this for the nutrition. We will be all vomiting. A very uncomfortable, but no. You can take dry biscuits. You can take ginger teas. Send a be keep you okay. Send a obosuna phone, sorry. Obosuna phone, a be fine. Pregnancy is not comfortable. So you just have to adjust yourself and make sure that you are getting that rest that you need to get.
Now, about Sarah, we are very grateful that you shared your wisdom and your expertise in this field with us. So just as we are about to end the whole thing, we want to ask, do you have any advice for new mothers or new pregnant women that just found out they are pregnant or within the first 3 months of their pregnancy? Any advice, any words for them?
Okay. Thank you very much. I would say that I would want to start from being a woman, that if only you want a pregnancy, if only you want to give birth, then please take care of yourself. If you don't want the pregnancy, please be on a family planning method, because teenage pregnancy is on the rise. Because I'm very passionate about teenage pregnancy. Teenage pregnancy is on the rise, so I will urge my ladies that you be on a family planning method if you know you can't abstain. And for our mothers who recently found out that they are pregnant, or you know that you are pregnant and you are in your first trimester, this period very critical, they're very crucial. Into your best friend was saying, we'll take you very good care of yourself, especially with your diet, especially with the things that you take in. Send a meeting kind. You should be very intentional about the kind of foods that you take in, the kind of things that goes into your body. Please have enough rest. If you have a stressful life, please talk to your partner about it, so that also be able to relieve your stress. So that you can help them release their stress. And also, please take ANC very serious. In your first trimester, akwala no afei na ne brain, ne heart air forming. First trimester, one call ANC to go and take your prenatal vitamins, to go and take your iron. Akwala no be wono no. Now when your spinal bifida, untume nante, na dream cry like a mube cancer or something, like mental problem, I should say that. So your best ceremony, hospital, we are there for all of you. Our arms are open. Just come. Any advice, your best show send ube to me, our found.
Another very educative and informative segment of Abaatanye has come to an end, and we want to say a very big thank you to our midwife, Sarah Nkansah Boateng, for sharing her expertise and her wisdom with us on the first trimester and pregnancy, the things to do and what not to do. Please, as you're watching us, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on informative and educative programs like this. Please follow us on all our social media handles, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter. The name is CitiStarTV. I want to also say a big thank you to our viewers for your time spent with us, to the crew for making this wonderful program possible and lovely for all of you. My name is Namaya and I'm always your host. Catch you same time.